bitch found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just
Yeah, what's going on?
Hear the hunger in my voice, they used to tell me to speak up. The problem was of what I was saying, they couldn't keep up. Instead of moving around with some patience, they tried to speed up. It got colder than a bitter bitch, found me a way to heat up. What's a favor for a favor if we all didn't make it? Kept it 100 with everybody, but they just gon' change. I ain't get caught up in the hype, cause I ain't feel like I made it. Couldn't picture me here now, but here's your moment to frame it. And I ain't never understand that self-entitlement spirit. I felt your vibe, I don't wanna get near it. Before I made the appearance, I took a second, took a look in the mirror. This God law, the only thing that I fear. Y'all got me fucked up. It's all passion, it's tradition, it ain't fashion. It's no action, they make threats and it's still passing. I think massive, no respond, that's still tact. Y'all should quit rapping. Cheap shots, I'm cinematic. I ain't average, I'm an overthrow fanatic. How I go, you lose and win like asthmatic. I got first, that's automatic. I'm the best in my division. In the ghetto like the pigeons, in the hood like the engine. You a bird for that chicken. I don't fake split decisions cause my mind made up, nigga. We in the end of time, but my time ain't up, nigga. When I was young and running wild and wide-eyed like a cabbage patch, I had to get it as vivid, adapted to my habitat. It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, yours like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Watch it be close, got a better chance, boxing the ghost. And they know I'm raw, and they know the squad, and I'm feeling large, still in charge. I don't make it follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they hear on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, he told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that guy in me. You can focus on the dimes, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now.
I try to make the news, I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' be the deal. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home truth, I ain't never had to choose.
I'm trying to get beamed up, man, y'all try to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up, man, y'all try to make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gon' pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth, y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my access. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home, only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting, the trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Cracking the sky, nuclear missile. missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in a world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Back row.
This shit gon' ride. Living in the
You'll never see another nigga like this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night shift. Now I'm one westward, sharper than an ice pick. On you rappers' necks and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see, most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes, there's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll poly grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences, 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Riches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My co-captain, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury, I got 2 jets. If I can't make it through for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. It's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Going on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life. My whole life. It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the sign. of all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her, they don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain, it's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s Missy in a fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo Escobar. I be at the bar like Moscato. They think it's effort, but no, this that block work. Make the countermeasures, take pleasures, making an op hurt. Light is in the sky, cause every verse is a concert. My mind work at speed jump can't fathom. Listen to the words of a champion. It can't. The streets need another anthem. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know lie. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Waiting on the squab in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know lie. Gotta got my heart grip, my bow tie. Living in the squab in my whole life, my whole life.
He'll be on camera with us. All right. This is the Rise 1969. All right, every Sunday around the 5:30, 5 o'clock hour, sometime around there, we went live. We're trying to get it right. I got with me straight out of Montreal, Precinct Officer 1000 Adiyar, right? I got with me out of Montreal as well. No sweat.
Shalom, everybody. You understand? To all the brothers, you understand? Shalom, y'all about Shimmy Shabbat. To all the sisters, y'all Shamarata about Shimmy Shayan. You already know, man. You understand? I'm Officer 1000 Adiyar. You understand? With the I.S.U.P.K. You understand? Out of Montreal. You understand? You already know what we do, man. You understand? We teach the truth of the Bible, man. We are the home of the truth. Let's get it.
Right. Out of Montreal, also, I got Precinct Officer 500 Barak Yala. What's going on, Barak?
Yeah. Hey, Shalom, Lord in Christ.
Barak, we on that TikTok. You need to get in this live right quick on TikTok.
I'm just trying something on TikTok to see, I'm just experimenting something. If anything, you see what I'm trying to do anyways. 1 second.
Yeah. I don't know what you're trying to do, but you need to get in here because when I'm not talking, if Adiyar is not talking, it's dead space on TikTok. We can't have that.
Yeah, come on. I can't even hear you because you understand. I gotta mute the StreamYard, so you understand. I can't even hear you on StreamYard.
Yeah, give me 1 second. It won't be too long.
Oh, we got the warrior. He sounded like he having a good time over there.
He trying to get the camera, man. I'm trying to charge my camera.
He want to be at camp, manning the camera. That's what he want. He want to be at camp, manning the camera. All right, so we got a good show. We're waiting for Barak to get in this TikTok. He's gonna be doing that sooner or later, right? But we definitely got a good show, right? It's damn, if you're watching us on TikTok, you're not gonna hear the video content that I got. Maybe I'm gonna figure it out. Just maybe I'll be able to provide the video content that I got for TikTok, right? I think I should be able to do it, but I'm gonna figure it out for TikTok. Is China Mac racist? Right, that's the title of the TikTok. We got two alphas, an alpha male and an alpha female in a relationship, and maniac Edomites going crazy in Montreal. Right, I think. What do you guys want to open with? I think we should open up with what's going on in your zone.
Come. Barak Yala, you want to go and take it away?
1 second. Khan, I don't want Khan. Let me see if I can open up the article. Am I on TikTok?
Yeah, Khan, we can hear you.
Okay, most likely.
Your
Give me 1
camera's not
second.
on.
But so like if I may, and you didn't introduce you on TikTok, man.
Good night. You already know this is Brock Yalla, episode 500. I am the host doing the most.
Damn
You
right.
understand? I was trying to fix my background. Some reason TikTok won't let me.
Yeah, see, you doing all that other stuff. So like,
doing the
most.
I gotta get this. Somebody in the comment, y'all saying like some Edomite, I'm saying like I ain't even gonna say the name. Say twerk for me, boy. Nah, we're not that type of Negro, man. You understand? You gonna work for us. You understand? You gonna work for us, and we're gonna beat the shit out of you. So like it, TikTok. You understand? We're gonna rip the skin off your back. We're gonna make your back turn into bacon. You understand? For you understand? To pick our cotton. You understand? That's what you're about to do, man. That's the future, man. You understand? Don't get me started over here, man. You understand? TikTok, you know, man. Yeah.
What kind of fishy business is that?
You understand? But you understand? That them Edomites, you understand? It might be FBI, it might be even, you understand, be like the purple police gang. You understand? But I'm not gonna let that pass. You understand? They're gonna have you understand. And I'm gonna take a short screen of that. You understand? I'm gonna take a short screen of that and see. You understand what they think of us. What they think of us is like black people. You understand? Should just dance for them. And there's something. You understand? Like not to go out of subject. And before y'all go into the subject, there's a video that I have from friends where they were saying, well, you know what? We make black people just want to dance. Black people, when you see them make music and dance, it's for us. It's for our pleasure. That's what they were saying in France. You understand? Meanwhile, you never gonna see rise up, talk about politics, think about, you understand, like you understand, like things that affect humanity. You understand? All we give them is to dance. Just like that, them devil just say or whatever, whoever it is. You understand? Just make music, dance. You understand? Make something for us so we can, you understand, entertain ourselves. That's what was going on in France. You understand? And I got the video. You understand? I'll send it to officers about Barcali pretty soon. You understand? If I could find it amongst all my video. But that's what they were saying in French. You understand? We're not gonna twerk for you, man. You understand? But we're gonna tell you are the devil the Bible speak of, though. You understand?
Damn right.
Good night.
Barack,
you might have to jump out of the TikTok that came because I don't know why you're not in the stream.
I see myself in the stream.
Yeah, I see him on the TikTok.
Really?
Yeah, come on. I see him on the TikTok.
Wait, what the hell? I can't see him.
Okay, let me jump out and jump back in.
Yeah, come on.
I'm not understanding what's going on. Well, we definitely got a good story for you, right? Coming out of Montreal. Let me invite Barack up. It says you joined, but I cannot see you. Invite.
The lightning of the Most High is up in the building. Good night. TikTok is not.
All right, Barack, we got you. You just got to turn your camera on now.
Yeah. Kawakazi, it won't let me choose my background for some reason. This is playing.
Yeah, see, you just gotta let that thing rock out. It looks like you in Rome somewhere.
It's been doing that to me.
Playing with my face.
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's been doing that to me, man.
Good night. All right, well, I don't know, man. You ain't in the stadium, so let's get on with the show, bro. You just gotta let the rock out.
Hey, I'm gonna figure it out.
All right, y'all can hit us with that Montreal story, Bubba Kasha. Right?
Give me 1 second. I'm pulling out the article just now because this is crazy.
And before Officer Barkella goes, right? You understand? We're gonna have our podcast in French as well. You understand? We're gonna debate on the date. You understand? On an hour. You understand where y'all could join in and call in French. You understand? We're gonna have that for you. You understand? In French in I.S.U.P.K Quebec. You understand? Pretty soon you're gonna have that live. You understand? Every week. You understand? So let's get ready for that. You understand? For all you understand that speak French, that don't speak English. You understand? We're gonna have that for you. You understand? In French, I speak in Quebec with the podcast. You understand? Also, Barakella and I we'll find out the name, you understand, to call the podcast, but pretty much it's gonna be just a translation of what we have right now. But we're gonna have that in French as well, all right?
Hey, Salaki, I just want to say this. We have a officer of 5,000 big Levite priest. Yattazar up in the building. Shalom, Adawan, Lord of Christ. Saka pets again. La, Saka Ale.
Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying? If Officer Yattazar is to Wab, you understand, we could invite him in, you understand? Like,
yeah,
promote,
damn
you
right.
understand? Like, I.S.U.P.K as well.
Carl, I'm trying to figure out how we send this invite. 1 second.
In the meantime, you know, I'm just gonna say this. You understand? Blamana say job. You understand? Your oppressor is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of. And we're gonna show it to you right away how they're just a despicable race in the first place. You understand? They're despicable people. And with the story we're gonna bring out about what happened in Montreal yesterday morning, you're gonna see what we're talking. You're gonna understand better what we're talking about, right? They don't even have compassion to their among their own people. You understand? I have an article right there, right? It's from CTV News Montreal. It says teen in Rosemont killings charged with second-degree unaliving. So, like I have to say this for TikTok, right? Of parents and grandmother. You understand? And that is a horrible story. I mean, tragedies happens all over the world, but you don't really hear about anything like this in our community per se. It's not that common in our community. You understand? But in their community, I mean, that's not the first time you hear about something like that, right? Where whether it's a male or a female unalives, you know, their whole family members, the whole family, you know, they went under the knife. They tasted his blade. You understand? They ate the lead to the head. Salakia. TikTok needs to stop playing in my face. What's going on?
All right, so what are you saying? This devil, he bugged out and unalived his whole family. That's what's going on.
Basically,
like,
one.
Adiyar, what's in the water over there? Like, they must be eating that dirty cut. Salakia.
Good night.
You understand? Whatever might be in the water, priest, but Officer Barakella just put it straight up. You understand? The oppressors, the damn devil, the Bible speaks.
Right.
You understand? And what we're seeing right now is exactly what they used to do back in the days. You understand? When you go in Edomite history, you see exactly, you understand, the child was, you understand, used to, you understand, unalive the father, you understand, just to get on the throne. You understand?
Right.
The child used to kill the mother, you understand, for whatever reason, you understand. The child used to kill his own, unalive his own brother or sister, you understand, just for, you understand, just for, you understand, that what you might call it, you understand, like when the parents die and they leave something
inheritance.
So like that's water. I can understand, just for the inheritance, you understand, and we seeing that today as well. You understand? So we don't know exactly, you understand, why that child, you understand, but just unalive his own family. But you understand, it's supposedly he had like mental problems and everything. So what they're gonna try to pin it on is the fact that child had mental problem. And that's one thing, like, you understand, just like we seen recently, you understand, with the bus driver, you understand, that the Asian bus driver that just unalived, you understand, like 2 kids, you understand, they ran into a nurse, you understand, a daycare center, you understand, right. He unalive, you understand, 2 children, you understand, and injured others, you understand. Afterwards, it was like, well, you know what, he's not fit to stay, you understand, trial.
Good night.
I want to see the same judgment for us.
It's a lucky out of one.
I want to
always come.
I want to see the same judgment for us. Meanwhile, when we go to court, there's never an exemption where we don't stand fit for trial. Negro, you better, you understand? Well, you understand? I hear voices in my head, and you understand? I have like multiple people in my head. You better pick one. Because you going to jail tonight. One of you going to jail tonight.
They all going to jail.
It's like that for exactly. All of y'all going to jail. Pick one, represent yourself. All of y'all going to jail tonight. It's always like that for us. But you understand, like with you understand, with this evil empire, you understand, with what we're suffering in, it's always like, and we're gonna see this more often as well, like especially in Canada, because they don't want to say like, you understand, they are evil country, you understand, they are evil nation, and not only that, they don't want to use exactly, you understand, where the fact that people are killing other people, what is the cause? They know what the cause is, but they don't want to use that, because if they use that, it's gonna give us credit, Akim. It's gonna say what we're saying is right. You understand? They're not gonna use that, but they're gonna use like, well, you know what? He had mental problem. He was hearing voices. He had, like, you understand, different personalities. He was a woman and a man at the same time. He was LGBT. That's what we're about to see, Akim. You understand? And that's what really happened. You understand? Like, you understand? Them devil just went back to his roots. You understand? He just went back to his roots and did what his forefather in this nation used to do, which is killing one another, unaliving one another. You understand? So like it for TikTok, all right?
God.
And so like, can we have Officer Yatazar, you understand, live?
I'm trying to send the link. If y'all could send him the link, or you might have to jump in and invite. But for some reason, it won't let me invite him up. I'm not.
So like, since you're the host, you have to send the invite.
Yeah, Officer Salaki, I don't want to say Yatazar. Like, when you see in the comments, below the comments, you will see the multi G. Just click on that multi G like this, Officer. Zabaja could get, you understand, the request that you want to be live with us, all right? Like this, you could promote, you understand, the I.S.U.P.K IETs. Other one.
Yeah, let's get into this article. So, you know, we're gonna see that, you know, just like I'll say Ariar just brought up, this is just, you know, oppressor being oppressors. This is just Caucasians being, you know, Caucasians. Like, there is nothing, you know, out of the norm. This is not something that's, you know, not normal for Caucasians to unalive each other. Yes, especially their own family members, right? If we get into this article, we're gonna see how gruesome it was, right? If I start reading the article, it says the teenager who was arrested on Friday after 3 of his family members were stabbed to death in Montreal's Rosemont neighborhood was charged with 3 counts of second-degree murder on Saturday. Good night.
Good night. Yeah, listen, the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of, just like you said, and he was a murderer from the beginning, right?
Damn right.
Like, all he knows how to do is kill, and this is more of a reason why we're not supposed to be like them. For some dispute that he had, he decided, I'm gonna wake up and murder my whole family. Listen, glad I'm in the UPK where I am not trying to be like my oppressor. So many of us try to be like our oppressor. And listen, this is what the oppressor is about. He's about death, right? There is no life in him.
Right. Damn right. If I keep going to the article, it says Arthur Galarno, 19, appeared in Montreal courthouse by video conference and was charged with killing Mylène Gingras, 53, Francine Gingras Boucher, 75, and Richard Galarno, 53. Good night. Like, one, you know what it says in the scripture that, you know, we're gonna, you know, I'm just gonna paraphrase in Deuteronomy, right? Where we're gonna be sold to our enemies, that they don't have no compassion for the old nor the young. It's talking about our people, but you know, we just see that they don't have even compassion for their old. You understand? He unalived his 75-year-old grandmother, and not in the. There is no way to put it where, you know, it doesn't sound bad, but you know, he stabbed an elderly woman to death. I was like, good night. Like, you know, how it's just to show you how, you know, how much of an evil monster, you understand, they are. It's not allowing Officer Yatazar to jump in.
Khan, it's not allowing me to invite him either. I'm not seeing any option at all. I'm not sure what the issue is. Maybe it might be for 4. Nah, it should allow us.
Yeah, come on. Hold on a second.
I'm gonna jump off the TikTok. I'm gonna try something. Give me 1 second.
But you understand, like with what Officer Barakella was saying, like, you understand, we seeing a lot of these things happening, like, and even in the United States, there's always been, like, you understand, like, where you see like this these type of Edomites just unalive their family members, like, you understand, like, there's a lot of instances, like, I don't even want to name all of them, you understand, not to give them credit, you understand, but you see a lot of instances
That's not gonna work.
where you see like oppressors unaliving their own family members for whatever reason. Matter of fact, they unalive their own people, you understand, just, you understand, snatch their own people, you understand, and unalive them, you understand, like, for whatever reason. And this is their character. This is, you understand, what they're known for. This is, you understand, like, what they used to do way back in the days. Even when they came over here in America and the Native Indian were taking care of them, you understand, they were doing the exact same thing amongst each other. You understand? You understand? For whatever reason, you understand? For that money, yeah, you understand? He's about to die. That grandmother is about, you understand, to be taken away, you understand, and be in another side of life, like, you understand, whatever. You understand? But the children used to fight for, you understand, with each other for that money, for what they left behind. And
Oh,
you understand? And whatever reason, you understand, I seen children, you understand, even my children that just unalive their own parents just to tell them clean your room. Just clean your room, you understand? They're unalive their parents. And this is what you're about to see more often, especially this society, this empire tell you you can't even beat up your children. You can't, when I say beat up, you know what I'm saying? I say, you know what I'm saying, like, you just, you understand, like, show your children the right way to be. You understand? Like, you understand? It's not like, you understand, beat up in a way, you understand, you break their noses, you break, you understand, you break their eye socket and everything, but just reprimand that child. You understand? Like, just, you understand, like, show that child the right way to be. Even if you have, you understand, to use the belt, use the belt. You understand? There's a brother I was talking to today that was telling me, well, you know what? We learn how to, you understand, whoop our children from the oppressor. I was like, are you crazy? Are you insane? Like, we learn. Meanwhile, the Bible say, you understand, exactly, you understand, to educate our children, and even don't be scared to use that belt on your children.
So, Lucky, there is a
You understand?
feedback.
Understand?
I'm not hearing anything. It's too up on my end.
Come on. Understand?
So, Officer Salakia, Officer Adiyar. Salakia, Officer Adiyar. Officer Yatazar. It might be. I'm not sure exactly what the problem is. Okay, Khan, sir, no sweat. I'm not sure what the problem is. It might be we need to unfollow each other and then follow each other again, or maybe you just got too many followers and we don't got enough. So I'm not sure. But Thawada for joining the chat and leaving comments. We appreciate it, sir.
Come to what other one. You understand? So other one, like, discipline them, like, discipline your children. You understand? And I was talking to a brother today, a Levite brother, that was like, well, the reason why we discipline our children is because of the white man, is the oppressor. I was like, are you serious? Barakella knows the brother. You understand?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, are you serious? Meanwhile, the oppressor tells us, you know what I'm saying, if we discipline our children, they have the right to call the cops and we lose our children. So that doesn't come from us, man. You understand? We used to discipline our children. Matter of fact, the fact that I'm in the UPK and I could think for myself and be in the UPK and be like, you know what I was doing is wrong and I got to change my life, is because I was disciplined. You understand? That discipline, you understand, brought me in the UPK in a type of way. You understand? Because of what I went through and everything. I should not be like, you understand, like a drug dealer. You understand? I shouldn't be like a murderer. I shouldn't be exactly like that damn Caucasian that just killed unalive my family. You understand? So just because of that discipline taught me that as well. So it's not the oppressor that taught us, you understand, to discipline our children. It is part of our culture. It is part of common sense. It is part of if you love your children as well. So, like it, please.
So, like, yeah, I was gonna say that brother is just a weak brother, right? Like, it's such a weak brother to think that if your child gets out of line, right, and you have to correct them, you have to use the proverbial rod, right, the belt or a hand to spank your child, right? That we got that from the oppressor, right? The oppressor wasn't spanking us, right? The oppressor was hanging our sisters from trees and unaliving them by ripping open their stomachs and taking our infants and using them as gator baits. We didn't learn to discipline our children from the
Right.
oppressor, and that brother, he needs to get his mind right, because he sounds like someone who's going to get caught up in the world when everything goes bad, and he's not going to know what to do, right? Luckily in here we got brotherhood, and we got men above us and people who give us instructions, and men we can go to counsel for. That brother needs to go to counsel. He needs some he needs some wise UPK counsel in his life.
He needs to stop smoking weed.
Good night. Listen, that explains everything.
Like I said, Austin Markella knows the brother, so I'm saying I don't have to elaborate. You understand? But it was crazy. You understand? I came like, you understand? I was talking to the brother earlier. You understand? Like, it was crazy, and then we were on that subject, and I even used that. You understand? That article. You understand? That also the Markella is talking about, or that situation. I'm like, well, that brother. You understand? That damn Edomite. Was it right to do this? Because, or did it need exactly, you understand, discipline? And he told me he needed discipline. Well, you say the discipline come from the Edomite. Meanwhile, you understand the Edomites don't have discipline. So what are you saying? It's confusion out there. I can't. Outside of the UPK, if you're not in the UPK, you are confused. All right. So like,
listen, this is one thing you rarely hear, right? I can't count how many. I don't even think I've ever heard this really. Like, okay, maybe I've heard it, but it's not something that you see regularly, where black children don't go off on their parents. Like, we don't try to physically unalive our parents because we have some disagreements. What black children will do, Hispanic and Native American children will do, they'll go outside in the world and try to get it on their own. Right? They'll rather go outside in the world and try to think that they're the adult now and they can live on their own. But it's not in our spirit to unalive our parents, right? That is clearly something that an oppressor would do, because an oppressor has no love. This goes another reason to show you why you cannot love an oppressor, right? An oppressor does not love you. An oppressor doesn't even love its own parents. How could it love you? Right. Well, I would say, what's the next story that we have? Unless y'all want to keep going on this topic, what's the next story that y'all have?
Like, one, if I may.
No sweat.
You understand? I think he should have also been charged with animal cruelty, because he just killed 3 dogs.
Good night, Salakia.
Salakia. That's basically what happened. You understand?
Okay. All right,
that should have been charged with animal cruelty.
Listen, Christ did say that woman was a dog. So, like, our oppressors, they are beasts of the field. Right? Our oppressors are definitely beasts of the field. If y'all might not understand what Barak Yallah said, right, where the oppressor should have got charged with animal cruelty, because our oppressors act like animals.
Salakia, I need to correct myself.
Okay.
Because they cannot charge an animal for animal cruelty.
Good night. Our oppressors, they act like beasts, right? But I got something else that I wanted to get into. I'm going to try and play it on TikTok.
If somebody could bring me to Proverbs chapter 12, verse 10, no question.
Okay.
Again, just to quote, you understand, big Levite priest, 5,000, Blamanos a diab. You understand?
Right. You wanted Proverbs 5, verse 10?
Proverbs 12, verse 10.
Proverbs 12, verse 10. Okay, I got it for you. This is Proverbs 12, verse 10. A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast.
What?
A righteous man regardeth the life of his beast.
Well, of his beast, that means that the animals that you understand that he has domesticated. So if I have a cat and I know Officer Barkel, somebody told you, they understand, like, well, you should have a domesticated animal.
Salakia, the one. This is outrageous.
Somebody told to Officer Barkella and myself as well. You wish you wouldn't have domesticated animal in the house. Well, what is this beast then?
Salakia, the one, if I may.
Good night.
First off, I just want to respond to that comment. No,
just allow that comment. Leave these bug outs. They don't have to.
No, they are the police.
Yeah, listen.
Let's keep on.
If you want to join, go join whatever group you want to join, right? Yeah. If you want the truth, come to I.S.U.P.K.
Damn right.
Aside from that, go do what you want. It's a free world. Me and my brothers, we're good right where we are. We'll leave it at that.
And but to respond to what Officer IDR just said, you understand? How are you gonna tell me I cannot have a pet if you are married to a pet? Salakia. I'm not gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna leave it like that. You understand?
Yeah, but that
brother just needs to stop smoking.
Yeah, let's go further. Also, Zabaja, can you take that verse again?
God, a righteous man regardeth the life of his beast.
All right, so let me go even further with this, right? Let me go even further. Like, this is the kingdom of this empire belongs to the Edomites, right? So all the animals that you understand that are out there is really belongs to the Edomites, since you understand this is the empire. So you understand this is the animal. So why animal are extinct? You understand? Why we don't see certain type of animals? Why they go, you understand, in the jungle and just shoot them? I mean, the last lion, the last elephant, the last this and the last that, because they are not righteous. Meanwhile, us, what will we do? Do you see black people going hunting and everything like for the last lions? Meanwhile, you see the royal people, you understand, King Philip. You understand? You could see King Philip, you understand, or whatever his name is, you understand, with the late, you understand, queen and everything, Queen of England, so-called Queen of England, you understand, going in Africa, going, you understand, in other land, killing the rarest animal. Meanwhile, it is their kingdom, so it is supposed to be their beast. So you understand, like, even us, like, as a people, we will care. Even, you understand, we would have cows and we eat meat and we eat flesh, but we will take compassion and love, you understand, for what we eat and for the animals that we have. You understand? We will, you understand, I see I can, you understand, like, black people just caring for animals, man, you understand, meanwhile they're in distress. Yet those type of animal, we, you understand, we devour you. You understand? They will devour you. They will, you understand, like, you understand, live some type of trauma to in your life. You understand? Either is a skunk, either is this, either is that. But you understand, they won't kill it. They won't, you understand, they won't just chop off their head and take that trophy home and be like, you know what? That's the trophy of a skunk in my wall. Who does that?
The devil.
You understand? Well, us, we are righteous, and that's what we don't see. You don't see it that with us, man. You understand? And the wicked is the one that will do something that is against righteousness. All right. So when you understand, when you have an animal and everything, you will take care of that animal. Just like, let's say you have a plant in your house, you will take care of that plant and everything. It will be like, you understand, not like as a child, I want to say, but it will be something like, you understand, you have a responsibility because you put it in your house. You understand? You say, well, you know what? I'm gonna water you. You understand? Every day. I'm gonna put you in the sunlight every day. You understand? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You understand? So it is the same thing for an animal. And hold on. If it's the same thing for a plant or an animal, what about a brother or sister?
Right.
You understand? All right, Salaki Akim.
Right. Now that's no sweat, because like what you're bringing out is, again, it just goes to show you that like a righteous man will care for a beast, and our oppressor doesn't even care for his peoples. Right. So if a righteous man cares for a beast, our oppressor is not even caring for his family. Again, you can't love your oppressor.
Yeah.
Right. And listen, these bug outs, man. Listen, I don't know how y'all do it, Akim. Y'all be having conversations with these brothers and y'all do it out of love, but Listen, I'm trying to work on my patience to have conversations with them.
Salakia the one.
After a while, I just want to cut you, put you in a body bag, send you on your way. Salakia. Come on, Barack.
I have a question, right? So why and how can we love our oppressors so much when they don't even love themselves? Like, are we supposed to provide them the love that they don't have for themselves? I don't understand.
Salakia, it's just Christianity. It's just basically brothers
right.
being indicted into Christianity.
God.
Right, but listen, I got something else that I wanted to get into.
Let's get it. I know what you're talking about. Let's get it.
The majority of
Okay, so I definitely had something else I wanted to get into. I'm going to play it for TikTok off my TikTok. Y'all are gonna get the audio too. We worked it out, right? And then I'm gonna YouTube. Y'all be watching. I'm gonna let this whole thing play out, and then we're gonna talk about it. All right. So I'm gonna play it. Give me a second.
The gang stuff, is it spread out or is it just like?
Well, yeah. I mean, with the Chinese gangs, is it based on a particular neighborhood, or was your crew kind of spread out all over the place?
The Chinese gangs at that time, we just stuck to the neighborhoods, like, you know what I mean? So that be in Chinatown, in Manhattan, or like Queens, Flushing, Queens, Elmhurst, Queens. We really didn't like go outside of that, you know what I'm saying? And in Brooklyn, 8th Ave. So Chinese people really just stuck to their own, like, you know, they didn't really move out and shit.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm familiar with Chinatown in New York, and it's a mixed commercial, residential type of thing. People aren't really like sitting on the corner selling drugs in Chinatown.
That never really happened though. You know what I'm saying? Like China, like with the community, you know, the Chinese people was always, you would never really see us selling drugs in the community. You know what I'm saying? If anything, we would get the drugs and push it somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't see that, you know, and I wouldn't say that, it was because, well, I wouldn't say the majority of reason of why that was so is, I'm sure a piece of like a good part of it was that we didn't want to give it to our own people. You know what I'm saying? But another big part of it was that we knew that when we do that in our own neighborhood, it's gonna make us hot. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, the smarter thing to do is get the drugs and put it somewhere else, so our community isn't hot, so we can have a little more, you know, shelf life and doing whatever we're doing, and we can get more money and we can, you know, make ourselves hot. You know what I'm saying? But if we're on the corner selling it, you know, it's hot. You know what I mean? So the police is gonna come, and that's gonna be short lived. You know what I'm saying? So I guess, you know, the Chinese gangs always looked at that and always took that into consideration.
I mean, that's an interesting point, because when you look at the Black and Mexican gangs, they're usually selling in their own communities, or even the white gangs, you know, in the trailer parks and whatever else, they're usually selling it to their neighbors, sometimes to their own relatives. Yeah. And it ends up, you're right, it ends up fucking up the community. It ends up destroying the community from within. And yeah, you have a couple of people that become rich, and everyone else.
Good night. Salaki out of one. Kawakan. Can you hear me out of one? Okay.
Yes, I hope everyone heard that, right? This Moabite, right? He said, this is China Mac. He's a Asian rapper, right? Failed rapper from New York, turned podcaster, right? Who he shot another Asian man over some gang, blah blah blah. Who knows, right? But he's a failed rapper, right? And he's letting you know that Chinese gangs, Asian gangs are racist, right? They don't sell poison to their own community. They sell poison in Black, Hispanic, and Native American communities.
Damn right.
That's what you're finding out. And this is nothing new. Listen, Hollywood has been pushing this since for a very long time. There's a scene in Godfather, in the first Godfather, right? It's a myth when they say the Salakia. There's a typing sound in the background. I'm not sure what it is, right? But it's a myth when they say Italian mobsters never participated in the drug trade, right? Or that wasn't a part of their code. They participated in the drug trade. And in the movie Godfather, they discuss something a lot of mobsters were always discussing: how to sell drugs, right? Not sell it in our community, but sell it in the Black and Hispanic community, because they view Blacks and Hispanics as animals, right? China Mac views Blacks and Hispanics as animals. So instead of selling drugs in Chinatown or Koreatown or wherever they are, they would sell drugs to Blacks and Hispanics, right?
Wow.
Because they said they didn't want it to be hot in their neighborhood, meaning they weren't trying to kill their people, but it was okay to kill ours. Salakia.
Salakia, if I may. Yes, we just proved how much of an hypocrite China Mac is. I mean, he just proved it himself, you understand? Because when he was, in an interview with captains, you understand, Captain Tazariak and Captain Kataza, I think Kataza clearly told him, you understand, you're a guest in hip hop. And he would argue, no, because I grew up around Black people, you understand? I grew up around them. I have love for them. I show love to the neighborhood, you understand? I tell people, like, if there's any Asian businesses in the Black community, they should give back to the community, this and that, right? But he just proved how much of a hypocrite he is, because he's not going to sell product, poison to his own community, but he's going to sell it to us.
Right.
You understand? Right. He's going to be part of our destruction and then claim to love Black people, claim to love Latino people. You understand? But if he really loved our people, you understand, in our culture, why would he push poison in our community just like the oppressors?
Damn right. And Barack. Did you have something?
No, go ahead.
No, Barack, I was gonna say, okay, Barack, what you said was so heavy. Can you repeat what you just said about the love part? Repeat the love part for me, because I don't want to mess it up how you said it, because how you said it was perfect, right?
Kanawakan. So if I may, out of one, China Mac was arguing with the captains, you understand, Captain Tazari, Captain Kataza, that, he cannot be a guest in hip hop because he's part of the culture. He grew up around Black and Hispanic people. You understand? He has love for the community. He gives back to the community. You understand? He shows love to our people. But if it would have been a fact that he shows love to our people, why is he pushing poison? You understand? Why is he part of the destruction of our people if he really had love for us? You understand? If he really had love for us, he would have been against pushing product, drugs, or poison in our communities. You understand? But he is part of our destruction.
Right. Listen, there's a clip, right? Salakia. I'm gonna have to find this clip. Right. It's a clip of Commanding General YAHANNA talking to some brothers, I think in either Washington, D.C. or Philly, one of the cities, right, that the UPK is big in. And he basically said, I'm not going to sell you drugs because you're a Black man like me. Before we get off this China Mac topic, I'm going to find that video and play it. I might need to just leave y'all with the stream for a moment so I can play the video.
No,
so like that's one of the intro for the a lot of videos as well, that some cool videos.
Right. I gotta go find it, right? So I'm gonna go find it. But listen, China Mac doesn't love Black people. He loves what? Right. Okay. I like being interactive with our audience, right? So we got an audience on YouTube and we got an audience on TikTok, right? Who could tell me what China Mac loves about Black people, right? Because China Mac, he says he got love for Black people, but he sells us poison. He knows this poison is killing us, right? If you're tuning in, we played a video earlier of China Mac, an Asian rapper, basically saying he never sold drugs in his community. They would go to other communities to sell drugs. So we understand that means he went to Black communities and Hispanic communities to sell drugs, right? So he said he loves Black people, or Barack Allah basically said, if China Mac loves black people, why does he sell us drugs, right? So I want to figure out if the audience knows what China Mac loves about black people. All the heathen nations love the same thing about black people, about Hispanic people and Native Americans. Listen, just type it in the chat. We got a couple people watching. Type it in the chat and let us know what China Mac loves about black people, right? Because the answer is going to God, priest.
So like if I may, priest, like in our community, we see a lot of crackhead, right?
Right.
How many crackhead we see in Chinatown? I never seen a crackhead in Chinatown in Montreal. I never seen, you know what I'm saying, whatever Chinatown I went through, you know what I'm saying, I never seen one crackhead. Meanwhile, those Yakuza, those whatever, you understand, whatever they call, you know what I'm saying, Chuchukwalo, whatever the name is, you understand, they're dealing heavy narcotics.
Well,
Meanwhile, there's not one crackhead in their section, man.
Salak had one, if I may.
God.
Yes, there's something else to bring out is that you always hear about, a crackdown in our neighborhoods for all the dope that is being pushed in our neighborhoods, right? Where is the crackdown in Chinatown when China Mac openly said, we're going out of our neighborhoods, we're going out of our Chinatown to go sell to East Harlem, Spanish Harlem, you understand, the Bronx, you understand, Little Jamaica, whatever the case is. Or, where is the crackdown, in Chinatown for all the fentanyl that Chinese are bringing into the country?
All right.
You understand?
Right.
No one is going to talk about it.
Matter of fact, priest, what you say has a lot of power. I don't want to take away from what you say, but the thing is, recently we had a class where, you understand, they wanted to do the crackdown in Mexico. You understand? They want to do a crackdown in Mexico. Meanwhile, in United States, you understand? Yeah. Yes. Meanwhile, in the United States, you understand, the Chinese man is selling, you understand, narcotics. He's selling narcotics in the United States. Where's the crackdown in Chinatown? You understand? Why there is no crackdown in Chinatown? What matter of fact, in Montreal, right? Recently, we have one of the sons of the you understand, the late boss of the Italian mafia that was shot. You understand? He was shot. He wasn't killed. You understand? He survived. But we had the one of the son of the, you understand, late you understand, mafia boss that was shot down. You understand? Where's the crackdown of the Italian mafia in Montreal? Yes, I know exactly, you understand, it happens. You understand, some of them went to jail, but they are still doing exactly what they used to do. The mafia is still there. You understand? They're still in contact, you understand, with, you understand, Italy. You understand? They're still doing the thing. They're still supplying, you understand, narcotics in the ghetto in Montreal North where I live. You understand? They're still doing these things. Where's the crackdown, you understand, on them for them to stop? You will understand something. The crackdown happened because, you understand, their drugs affected white people. That's what you will understand. Their drugs affected white people, so they had to do a crackdown. Meanwhile, you understand, if their drugs affect us as Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, there will never be a crackdown on them. Never. That's why there's no crackdown on the native population. So not the native, but the Chinaman population. And this is what the Chinaman, you understand, could sell exactly, you understand, it's narcotics freely. Because, you understand, there's no crackdown on him. He's not supplying his drug heavily to Caucasian people. It's man, you understand, contributors, you understand, or his main clients are Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian. That's why they don't give it them.
Right. Black. No, they're right.
That's definitely heavy. Right. They don't give a damn about what Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are going through. I'm still trying to find this video. Akim, if you know of any tapes where basically Commanding General YAHANNA is basically saying he won't let another person sell drugs to a black man because he's a black man. Can you find that? I wanted to play that sometime during class, but I'm having some trouble finding it.
So like I can't look it up while we're streaming.
God, no sweat.
You know, but Salaka, you see, when we say the oppressor is the devil, you understand? We're mainly talking about the oppressor of oppressors, but we're still oppressed by all of the other nations. You understand?
Right.
Whether it's the Ishmaelites, the Arabs, the East Indian, Chinese. You understand? We're being oppressed by all these nations. You understand? And we just proved that no nation, no matter, you know, no matter if they grew up around us, you understand, no matter if you went to school and you had an Asian friend, you had an East Indian friend, whatever the case is, they're all despise so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people. You understand? No matter
Right.
how much love China Mac says he has for our people, you understand, he clearly is a liar and a hypocrite. Because again, if he really had love for our people, he wouldn't be pushing narcotics in our neighborhoods. You understand? But
Right.
just like, I'm just gonna paraphrase, just like the Bible says, you understand that, you know, it's going to be to each his own. Every man loveth his like. He's never going to push narcotics into Chinatown because he loves Asians. You understand? He loves Asians too much to poison them. But he doesn't give a
Right.
damn about so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Indians. You understand? And he will help us destroy each other by providing us the drugs that we're going to sell to each other. You understand?
Right.
China Mac is a goddamn racist. Right? You could tag him in the video, whatever the case is. He is a racist. You understand? He hates Black people.
If I may, as well, right? That is a lesson for every so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. You understand? One thing I love about the Mexican, you understand? I know they're Mexican, you understand? They have the cartel and everything, but recently we had a class, you understand, where the cartel, they didn't want no fentanyl in the community. They didn't want, you understand, what that other drug called?
Methamphetamines,
you understand, like PCPs, whatever, you understand, and so on, Molly, you understand, like Molly speed and everything. They don't want that in their community because it destroy their community. So what about if we are exactly like that? You understand? What about if we put that same mentality and be like, you know what? We're not gonna accept another brother selling drugs to another a brother or sister in our community. And this is what the other nation won't allow. You understand? That them, you understand? That them Granner, you understand? Like that girl that looked like a man there, that basketball player. You understand? She went to Russia, you understand, with Brittany Griner. It's like two other priests. She went over there, you understand, with
no sweat.
You understand, with oil. You understand? She could smoke, you understand, in the pipe and everything or whatever. She went there exactly with that. And she wasn't there to go sell the drug and everything. But the fact that she was there, you understand, with that, they looked at it, you understand, as an offense. You understand? Russia looked at it as an offense, like you coming there with this drug, and what's gonna happen? When you smoke it, somebody else gonna see you smoke it. Then somebody else, you know what I'm saying, my people are gonna smoke it. And they're gonna tell other people to smoke it. They're gonna show other people to smoke it. We should be the same way about our people, man. You understand? We should be the same way about our people. And we asking ourselves, why we always in the bottom? Why we always, you understand, like destroyed? Well, because we don't give a damn about each other, man. We don't give a damn if that sister on drug. We don't give a damn if that brother's on drug. We don't give a damn if we're selling, you understand, drug to, you understand, our own people. We don't give a damn about that. Meanwhile, if we go to another nation and we do that, well, it is chemical warfare. It is chemical warfare, which means, you understand, they allow, you understand, to go and wage war against you for what you have done to their people. We don't look at it like that because we're in America. Drug being, you understand, taking us, you understand, in a path where we, you understand, we docile. We just want to have fun. We just want, you understand, want the pleasure of this life. And we don't think about the destruction of it on our people and ourselves. But if we start thinking about it, we won't allow another nation to bring drug in our neighborhood.
Right.
We won't sell drug to one another. We will care for one another. You understand? We won't. You understand? There are brothers, you understand, that's selling narcotics to their own mother, to their own sister, to their own brothers. You understand? We won't do that if we really just love each other. Meanwhile, we all Christian talking about, you understand, we gotta love each other. Meanwhile, we still selling drugs to one another. That drug dealer will have a cross on his neck. just like Rick Ross, just like 50 Cent, just like, you understand, all these other rappers just that talk about drug. That drug dealer will have a cross, not a double like we have, but a cross on his neck because he's a Christian. And that's what Christianity has taught us. Not to love one another, not to care for one another, not to, you understand, value one another and say, well, you know what? I'm not going to let drug destroy your life. I will fight against drug. We will fight. Imagine we stand against drug in our own neighborhood. You know what will happen? A lot of police officers will be arrested. A lot of politicians will be arrested if we start standing against drug in our neighborhood. You understand? Maybe Justin Trudeau will be arrested, you understand, for being involved in drug, because we know exactly Justin Trudeau, you understand. If you do your research, he's involved in drug, you understand. Even a rapper, you understand, that came out, you understand, on TikTok, you could find that, was saying, well, you know what, Justin Trudeau, you know what, he had parties and everything. I was involved, I was there, and there was drug all over, free for everybody. A rapper in Montreal was saying that on TikTok. You understand? It was crazy. You understand? People was like, oh, goddamn. And the other people, you understand, that being in these parties, be like, yes, we know. Drug, you understand? Comme on dit en français, drogue à volonté. How you say that in English, Officer Barkella?
It's a lot, the other one is what did they say again? You know, when it said you know, it's all you can eat, you know, basically it's all you can smoke. All you can snort.
All you can eat.
Good.
All you can snort, all you can smoke. But there's a brother in Montreal, you understand? There's a brother in Montreal that's, you understand, that's a rapper that was saying on TikTok, well, you know what? I've been in Justin Trudeau party. I've been with his wife, you understand, and everything. And when you go in their parties, there's drug, you understand? All you could eat, all you could snort, all you could smoke, Officers Abadio.
Salakia, if I may.
Salakia.
No, stop. Go ahead, Salakia.
Real quick, that would not.
Salakia,
we should not even be surprised to see, quick, you know, any so-called politician.
Let Officers Abadio go ahead, because you know what I'm saying. You
got. That was me speaking.
Okay. If I could for a second, bro.
You know, I'm just saying, you know, we should not be.
All right. Officers Abadio want to speak. All right.
Khan, I just wanted to say, like, basically,
like a priest, you sound low.
Can you hear me?
I don't know.
We don't even hear you on TikTok, out of one.
You sound.
You can't hear me on TikTok at all.
Nah, you gone on TikTok.
Good night. What about now? Can y'all hear me on TikTok?
Yeah, Kawakan. You too what, man.
Okay, Akim. Basically, I was gonna say, like, okay, listen, that story of someone saying they're going to a Justin Trudeau party and it's all you can snort. So, like, yeah, that is believable. This is the prime minister who, to get elected, legalized marijuana.
Right.
Yeah. This is the same prime minister who, listen, we brought this out no less than 2 weeks ago. This prime minister, his government said the province of British Columbia on the west coast of Canada can legally make cocaine, medical lab cocaine, right? And they're going to be testing it in a wide variety of different functions. Basically, they're going to find out if they could get it commercial ready to sell to other labs, right? Now, who knows what they're testing it for or why they even need to make this thing, but basically they're trying to stop the cartel. Right. The only way they can stop the cartel's money from growing is by not giving the cartel any more money. And we know our oppressor has a Salakia, Officer Barakia Allah. Can you send Officer
I'm on it.
Yaquataza. Yeah.
I'm on it, out of one.
Khan, no sweat. Officer Yaquataza, we on StreamYard right now. If you want to join us on StreamYard, you definitely can. To join us on TikTok, you would need a TikTok account that has 1,000 followers, right? But we're on StreamYard. You could definitely join us on StreamYard, priest, right?
So, Yaquataza, check your messenger. I sent you the link to join on the StreamYard. Check your messenger chat.
So basically, what I was saying is our oppressor has such a heavy consumption for nose candy, right? now the Canadian government realizes they don't have to give so-called Mexicans money anymore to get nose candy that they love to consume when they could figure out how to make it themselves. And then Justin Trudeau can have a endless Willy Wonka supply of nose candy, because Justin Trudeau is Willy Wonka of nose candy. That's why he has provinces like British Columbia with the Willy Wonka Justin Trudeau nose candy plant, right? Where they're trying to figure out how to make the nose candy.
So, Lockout, if I may, I just wanted to say this also, right? Well, first off, you know, Justin Trudeau proves how much of a devil he is. You understand?
Right.
He's a big oppressor. You understand? Second, it's like we shouldn't even be surprised that, you know, it comes out that politicians are, you know, either pushing or consuming the product because, hey, what was his name again? Was it Rob? Was it Doug Ford? One of the Ford brothers. You understand? The mayor of Toronto.
The one that passed away.
Right. He was caught in Toronto on camera just, you know,
doing crack.
Good. No, I was trying to say something different, but yeah, he was, you know, he was using the rock.
Barack, can I give you the breakdown? Can I give you the breakdown, Barack?
Imagine the mayor doing crack. I can.
Yeah, nice. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Buddy.
No, Adia, you can finish your statement.
I was gonna say, imagine the mayor doing crack, right? Meanwhile, they've been arresting black people for smoking and dealing crack.
Right.
So the thing I always ask myself, is who was supplying that mayor? How come nobody got arrested? That's the thing. Canada. You understand? Canada should act, so like but Canada should ask itself that question. How come? And they think that everybody forgot. And the UPK, we don't forget. You understand?
Right.
We don't forget. So you understand? So who was supplying that mayor crack? Why nobody got arrested? Go ahead.
I'm about to give you the breakdown. Adia. But first, we want to give a hand to Priest and Officer Yaquataza. Priest and Officer 50 Yaquataza out of Buffalo.
Right.
Shalom.
Hey, Shalom, y'all about Shane Shabbat Thumb.
Shalom, Priest, what's going on?
I've been, you know, hey, Salaki, you know, I was at the Sabbath service in Syracuse, and then after that I did my class teaching chariots. That was the topic, sir.
Come, Most High Christ. Listen, who made that headpiece? That headpiece is balling. You listen. That's that Hebrew drip I keep hearing about. Salakia.
The water. Salakia. Usher Nakawan from Louisiana.
Good night. I'm about to order one of those Nakawans. About to order the opposite Nakawan just now. That is looking mighty priestly.
Authentic too. And I got the other one you probably saw from Officer Shapat from DC. He make official ones too.
Yeah, kind of. Officer Shapat, he gifted. Listen, UPK got gifted brothers when it comes to the talents of garment making and just many talents that we have. We're gifted. We have a lot of gifts. Like when you read about when the children of Israel were leaving we're in the wilderness and they had to make the ark and they had to make the garments and the Lord was giving them gifts. Listen, that's exactly what happened in the UPK. As you walking through these UPK doors, some gift that you didn't even know you had is awakened. Salakia. And if you already know you had it, it's heightened. But Yaquataza, right? So this is the Rise 1969 show. Basically, we're going in right now about China Mac and Chinese gangs selling drugs to Black and Hispanics and Native Americans, right? So as we were talking, the topic came up about how the city of Toronto, my city, had a Edomite mayor who was smoking crack, right? So I'm gonna give you the breakdown. So there was this Edomite mayor, he was smoking crack and he was buying crack from Somalian Bloods, right? A Somalian blood gang he was buying crack from. he in his stupor, right? This is what he called it. He said, I would get high and I would be in my stupor. Right? He decided, listen, you can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. It gets deep. Listen, I'm gonna give you the full breakdown. Right?
So Salakia, sir.
God.
Hey, here's the thing though, like I understand, like even like from the beginning though, like from the 60s and late 70s when Bloods and Crips and Lion Kings, etc. Came out though, they we all know like they was trying to like protect each other to a certain extent though before like it got corrupted. But now like when you said Somalian blood gangs though, first and foremost though, we know Somalians Hamites, just Africans though. How the hell they get bloods? You see, like it don't, you know how like other nations infiltrate, you know.
God, we laughing because that is a wise question. How did they become blood? Listen, they supposed to be stealing oil and shit. Salakia, listen, I'm gonna kick this off of TikTok right now. Listen, don't blame me. Y'all made a movie about it.
Oh shit!
You can't blame
know
me.
what's funny
Y'all
thing
made
though?
a whole movie about it and starred Tom Hanks. Right? Listen, I don't know what to tell you.
I am the captain now.
Right.
I remember that.
Well, listen, Captain Phillips, right? Listen, I'm gonna
that is a good movie though.
It was definitely a watch. It's definitely a watch. I can't knock it. Listen, they were dealing with Captain Phillips roughing that little boat.
Hey, Salakia, sir. And basically, what I'm saying is though, like all these different nations want to swag jack, infiltrate, and copy our style. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the damn Chinese and all the Asians want to copy off the so-called Mexican Israelite and Puerto Rican brothers. You see what I'm saying? And the Caucasians and other races and Africans want to be Crips and Bloods now, though, because I never heard no shit like that, though. Because even as when I was growing up in the 90s, though, I ain't never ever heard no shit about like Chinese and other races liking rap in the first place. As a matter of fact, when I was in grammar school, they hated it. They hated it though. I don't recall that. And then because of Eminem though, now like, everybody want to love rap and try to copy and infiltrate. And we just like give everything we invented to every damn body though. And that's a fact. Right, I don't give a damn who like it,
Well, listen, Yaquatazar, there's one thing they can't get, right? And that's the kingdom of the Most High. They can't get what's ours. They cannot get our inheritance, right? They cannot get to come into the school and enjoy the Passover. Listen, Yaquatazar, they cannot get any of that Passover wine or Passover lamb. They will not get any unleavened bread, Salakia, right? But I'm gonna continue this quick breakdown, right? So the crack smoking mayor, he decided to smoke crack. He said in his stupor, he's going to film it. These Dixon Bloods, who are Somalian, they filmed him smoking crack. They turned around and said, listen, you got to pay us regularly or we're going to release this video, right? Damn. The mayor said, I'm going to send one of my goons. Listen, the mayor had a goon who was selling these Dixon Bloods weed, large pounds of weed. Salakia, you can't make this up. It's straight out of a movie. He sent the goon to the Dixon Bloods so he could try to recover the video. The Dixon Bloods, not being smart, because these Hamites in my city are not very smart at all. They turned around and released the video while trying to extort the man. Big investigation happens. They turn around and charge the Dixon Bloods in a raid, right? From the video release, they did a whole wiretap and charged all the Dixon Bloods. Then they turned around and charged the mayor's goon for extorting the Dixon Bloods to get the video. Listen, it's not over. They kick the mayor out of office, right? City council turns around and kicks the mayor out of office. The mayor's brother, a year later, tries to run for the same office. He loses, only to become their bosses by being the premier of Ontario and cut all their jobs in half.
That sounds like an episode of Power.
And it's not over, Barack. It's not over. The same man, Barack, it's not over. The same man who turned around and said The mayor can't be a mayor because he smoked crack. He became the next mayor. About last month, it was found out that he was sleeping with his assistant.
Good night. Good night. That's an episode of power right here. I didn't see that episode of power out of one.
But you understand, like, where is the, you understand, the like they want to do in Mexico, you understand, just invade Mexico because of that. Where's that in Canada? Where's that in Canada? Like, you understand, like, and we're gonna start talking about that. And you understand, at one point, we're gonna be so powerful. We're gonna start calling the mayors. We're gonna call the you understand, the officials. You understand, the politicians. We don't want this. We don't want this. You understand? How come this is that? And if this have to happen, if the mayor could smoke crack, free everybody, every black, so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Indian that are in jail for crack. If the mayor could smoke weed, free every so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Indian that are in jail for smoking weed. You understand?
Right.
If the mayor, you understand, could deal with somebody that's doing drugs, free everybody. You understand? Every so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Indian that are doing exactly the same. Or if not, is it a plantation?
Right. Well, you know what's interesting, Adias?
Understand? Come, please.
What's interesting is this is exactly what we were bringing up yesterday with what they were talking about Putin, right? The ICCC or the International Criminal Court wants to charge Putin with war crimes by abducting. They're saying he abducted over 16,000 Ukrainian children and moved them into Russia, right? They want to charge him with war crimes, right? Over 150,000 Native American children were abducted from their homes in Canada and put into residential schools, right? Under the Catholic Church's watch, right? As well as the Canadian government. And there is no push to arrest anybody associated with the Catholic Church's residential school or the Canadian government's residential schools.
Matter of fact, I know this is, you understand, you're talking about our people as well, you understand, but something that happened recently, because people might say, like, well, you know what, residential school was like far away ago. Well, what about Jeffrey Epstein? What about all the politicians that are involved? What about the superstars that are involved? How come, you understand, there's nobody that's getting arrested? You understand? Or you think R. Kelly was the only one? Wait a minute. Wasn't Jay-Z messing with Aaliyah when she was underage? That's something you could find. Jay-Z was messing with Aaliyah when she was underage. How come Jay-Z's not arrested? Huh?
Apparently, Jay-Z is
these are the things. You understand? You understand? He's the good. He must be Baphomet. He must be Baphomet himself. You understand? You understand? For those that I'm talking like Freemason language. Freemason language, like he must be Baphomet himself, because Jay-Z is not arrested. Meanwhile, he was dealing with Aaliyah, you understand, while she was underage. How many others, you understand, that was dealing with women that were underage? You understand? Oh, you care about the children so much. Well, you understand? Everybody that was involved with Jeffrey Epstein should be arrested. You understand? Wasn't there, you understand, when the royalty that was involved in when the woman was naming him? How come he's not arrested? When they want to send you understand, something to Putin? Arrest everybody in the United States and everybody in Europe, everybody that's involved. Matter of fact, Akim, let me go even further. There's a Eden, right? On TikTok, I said, Officer Barakala, I send it to you. You know what I'm saying? Officer Zabaji, you won't understand it because it's in French. That guy is in French, an Arab guy, right? Arab guy was saying how he was involved in that, you understand, stardom and everything. And he was seeing this artist star, you understand, one of the guys, you understand, like I forgot his name, like he used to design clothes and everything, right? And he was saying, well, I was in his house and they had children like stripped naked and everything, like children like that's 6 years old, 12 years old, stripped naked. They were beating them and everything. And on the ground, they used to, you understand, make them suffer and strip, you understand, take their blood afterwards and drink their blood. You understand? Dude went to court. You could look this up. You understand? Officer Barakala, I'll send it to you since it's in French. And you need this, you understand, for I.S.U.P.K Quebec and I.S.U.P.K France. You understand? He went to court saying what he said. One exactly. Nobody came after him. You know what I'm saying? What about these people? How come they're not getting arrested? Since, you know what I'm saying, if they love children so much. Meanwhile, Putin took children out of the war zone. That's what I wanted to, you know what I'm saying, talk about yesterday, you know what I'm saying, but I couldn't yesterday. But he took children out of a war zone, put them in a safe place, and they want to accuse them for that. So he should just leave the children and get bombarded, right? That's what he should have done, right? Meanwhile, you know what? One thing, Ukraine is known for child trafficking. Look this up, Akim. Like, you know what I'm saying, I could do it. I do my research, you know what I'm saying? I'm everywhere doing my research. You know what I'm saying? Not conspiracy, you know what I'm saying, conspiracy theorists, but you could look this up yourself. Look, you know what I'm saying? Go use the trails and everything. You know what I'm saying? Ukraine is known for child trafficking. And one of the video that Putin did that they're never gonna play is he was talking about child trafficking that was going on in Ukraine. Nobody want to talk about it. The media is not gonna talk about it, right? But that's being recorded. You understand? I have the video. You understand? I'm not gonna put it out there. You understand yet? But I'm gonna see. You understand what's going on? You understand? But Putin was talking about, you understand, how child trafficking was going on in Ukraine, and you understand they have like bunkers, underground railroads, and everything in Ukraine where they would try, you understand, shipping them kids. There's a lot of kids that are missing from I-80. That are missing from, you understand, Jamaica, that are missing, you understand, from other islands, you understand, South America. These children end up in Ukraine. Understand? Anyway, I can. All right, let's go ahead. Salakia.
Now, at the same time, just to bring back, how we should not be surprised any politicians, consuming any drugs, whatever the case is, or even manufacturing or selling them. I mean, just like Officer Zabaja brought out, right? Canada is trying to manufacture its own, nose candy. And besides the footage of the mayor of Toronto, being a crackhead, there is footage of Joe Biden's son in a stand snorting and smoking crack as well with a prostitute.
I even want to get in there. I didn't even want to go in there. You understand? I didn't even want to go in there.
There is footage of the current American president's son in a stand in a hotel room with a prostitute, and he's consuming crack himself.
And
was he smoking crack or
Salakia priest, there's even video that they retrieve from his laptop, if you understand, if you go in the dark web, and you understand, because most of these things are not released on Google and everything.
You need to clarify. We're not telling nobody to go on the dark web.
Yeah, of course not. But you understand, it's out there. You understand, there are videos where you see Joe Biden, you understand, like child, you understand, son with underage children.
Good night.
You understand?
Good night.
So
Salakia, if I may.
Understand? Go ahead, please. Go ahead. I want to go to
right. Like so again, like we were just showing you how the other nations, they do not like us. They look at us as something as beneath us, and this is why they sell drugs in our communities, right? Yeah. So I had a video. I finally found it. Right before we finish up, we're gonna wrap up with this topic. China Mac is racist. We could definitely see the heathens are racist against us. Asian gangs are racist, and they're selling drugs to black people, right? So before we wrap up with that topic, I just wanted to show you a clip. I was looking for this clip, right? This is a clip of Commanding General YAHANNA, right? And he's showing you what brotherhood looks like. He's showing you what love for black people looks like, because China Mac says he loves black people. And listen, we don't believe you, right? You do not love black people. I asked a question earlier, what does China Mac love about black people? I was waiting for someone to send me the answer. Listen, y'all should get in class, right? If you're watching this and you're not in class, you should get in class, because you don't have the answers clearly. But this is the answer of what China Mac loves about black people. China Mac loves that he can make money off black people. That's all China Mac loves about black people. If he can't make money off of us, wants nothing to do with us, right? Now I'm gonna play a clip of someone who truly loves black people and the brotherhood that he exudes. Salaki, I'm learning more words right as we go, Salaki. But Commanding General YAHANNA, he is. Listen, if you look up brotherhood, first you're going to see a picture of Christ, right? And then you're going to see a side note that says Commanding General YAHANNA, because Commanding General YAHANNA is the perfect example of brotherhood that we can see in 2023. Right? So with that said, I'm going to play this clip, and then we're going to go into our next topic. So okay, give me a second. It should pop up on the StreamYard. All right. And I'm also going to play it for Salaki. I got to play it for TikTok. So give me a moment. I'm going to play it for TikTok as well. Right. I just got to find the timestamp of it. All right, so I'm going to find this timestamp.
Like you said, guess what? I'm not letting nobody without. I'm not going to do it. You know what? You know what? You know what? Even this is your boy. I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something. Guess what? Now you travel with me and tell me if I'm lying across this country. You already just gonna get angry, dog.
That's excellent brotherhood right there. That's what brotherhood looks like. China Mac does not love us. He hates us. He sells us drugs. He loves the money, just like every nation loves the money we bring into them. They don't love us. You think them Chinese people, them Asian people love us? They love that we buy chopped chicken wings. Listen, I do not like Chinese chopped chicken wings anymore because my rib does a better job at making
right.
Straight up and down. I don't need that. Listen, I don't need that. We had a UPK event that lasted. I'm just gonna say it like that, right? If you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you and your brother might be sitting in front of a computer in the I.S.U.P.K for 12 hours. Salakia. And my rib, she made us some wings, and it was amazing, right? Where she just makes amazing food. So I really have to look to another nation. I want Greek food. My rib is going to make Greek food, and it's going to be better than what the Greeks make. Right. So I got another subject. Yaquataza, you are definitely new to the show with us. You got anything else you want to say about China Mac selling black people drugs before we go on to the next topic?
So go ahead with your quarters if you got something to say.
Yeah, Shalakia though, you know what I'm saying? Like I said though, like when even what Captain Tazariak and Captain Katazar was speaking to him though, like it's not personal against the China Mac though, but at the end of the day, he will always be a second-class citizen to any black or Hispanic culture, period. Doesn't matter.
Right.
And you know, and like I said though, like everything, the videos that China Mac was saying though, you pretty much just told on himself though. You just expose yourself though. You would sell drugs and do certain crimes to our people and talk about street gang this, prison gang that, whatever that shit is though. But then when it refers to his people, he turned around and said I wasn't there. Like sell any drugs to his people, though. You know, I don't blame him. You shouldn't, anyways. Just like us, we shouldn't. We ain't got no business doing that. Destroyed our people. You know.
God, most high in Christ.
Right. All right.
So like, if I may preach, Yaquad, are you going to the Passover?
Damn right, sir. I'm a downbeater though. Salakia.
Damn right.
Most high in Christ. Salakia.
You know, hold on a second. You know, Officer Yatazar walking over there.
Damn right. Boots on ground.
Officer Yatazar, he walking to the Passover. I forgot.
You understand? Well, Montreal gonna send. You understand? We sending. You understand? Officer Barcala and Officer. You understand? Toronto sending Officer Child 1 as well. You understand? To the Passover. You understand? Eventually, you understand? Next year, if Christ doesn't come back yet, you understand? Me and Officers of Baja will be down there. You understand? All Montreal, you understand? All of Toronto will be at the Passover next year. But unfortunately for this year, we sending 2 brothers, you understand, down there, you understand, to scope it out, you understand, represent, you understand, the school out here. But you understand, if I could have walked over there like with Officers of Yatazar, I would have been doing that shit. You know what I mean? So like,
right. That's funny as hell. All right, so I got something new that we're gonna play, right? I got the last topic that we're gonna go into. Now, listen, I don't know, man. No, what's wrong with these sisters in the world, right? But the topic is: can 2 alpha people be in a relationship, right? And listen, they're talking about an alpha man and an alpha woman. These people aren't talking about the alphabet community, right? I know y'all wanted to be like, of course, 2 alpha people can be in a relationship because it's the alphabet community. So, but that's not what we're talking about. Hold up, bro. We're going to be bringing in this new topic. I'm going to get the video ready for both TikTok and YouTube. TikTok, y'all let me know how the sound is going and what's going on and what the sound is like, man. We rocking out.
You two are on TikTok, please.
God, you can type your comments in, and also tap the screen, like the video. I need to see these likes going up. Share the video. I need to see more shares, and don't be afraid to comment. Y'all can comment in the stream, right? Let us know what's going on. Let us know how you feel. All comments are welcome. All right, Barack, you had something?
Okay. That's 2 alpha. Can 2 alphas be in a relationship? Whoever agrees, I mean, damn, Salakia. For YouTube, because I muted myself on TikTok, this sounds gay. Now, for TikTok, this sounds fishy. I had to do it, Otto. You understand?
Good night.
Sounds like y'all are going for rainbow trouts.
Listen, I'm about to get the video ready, right? TikTok, let me know what the sound is like. I'm about to get these videos ready. Salakia, we got to work it out real quick. We're going to get these sounds ready. The video is about 3 minutes long, so bear with us.
Even amongst his peers, he stands assertive. Somebody that's a
term of what an alpha man is, so people are gonna put misogyny in it. It's just natural.
I have a question for y'all. What is your definition of an alpha man before I get into it?
I think somebody that's assertive. Get into this next topic. It's the term alpha male being misconstrued with being misogynistic.
Yes.
Why you say that?
100%. Yeah, because I mean, it's just bound to happen because everyone has their own term of what an alpha man is. So people are going to put misogyny in it. It's just natural.
I have a question for y'all. What is your definition of an alpha man before I get into it?
I think somebody that's assertive, somebody that's a leader.
Commands respect, attention.
Yeah.
Even amongst his peers, he stands out. Like, he's alpha.
Confident.
Confident.
Right. Successful.
Okay.
Great leadership skills.
Yeah, I said that, yeah.
Okay, so I have another question. Do you think 2 alphas could be in a relationship?
No.
Why?
No.
Why do you think so?
Wait, why? What is that called then? That type of
That is
relationship?
called a dysfunctional relationship.
No, it's called the power couple, babes.
No, it's not.
It is. You can look it up.
How long have power couples existed?
Let's look at Beyonce and Jay-Z. They're 2 alphas in a relationship. Great example.
But how do we know? Because she's successful?
She's an alpha in her industry. She's 100% an alpha. You can't deny that she isn't. That's 2 alphas in a relationship.
She's successful.
Why can't there be
she's
2 alphas?
automatically an alpha?
Yeah,
And
that's
just because she's
what are you
successful
talking
in
about?
business don't mean she bring that to a relationship.
In a relationship, but this is the thing.
why
If
does
there's
it-
two alphas in the relationship, there has to be a point where someone is in submission at some point.
Exactly. Like
Two
I'm
alphas
not
can't
saying.
be. They
No,
can
yeah.
be, but they have to
can't.
understand their positions at certain
Exactly.
times. They have to have
They
that.
can't. Salakia, the one. Salakia. So I have to say this. Salakia, the one. Salakia. That sister asking the question, she doesn't want to hear an answer. She doesn't want an honest answer. She just wants to fight. She wants to be the alpha in the interview.
Right.
You understand? And I'm going to say this, right? And the definition of an alpha male is a one West man. You understand?
Oh, sorry, Christ.
Salakia.
Okay, not to other one.
My bad. If I may,
argue. You know, she wants to be the alpha in the conversation. And outside the ISUPK, there is no such thing as an alpha man. There is no alpha male. You understand?
If I may, priest, if I may, just right quick, right? That sister that's talking on, you understand, that want to be an alpha man, sound just like that brother, you understand, that was going against me and you.
Good night. Good night. So Talakia, that sister, she wants to be an alpha female, which there is no such thing. And that brother who was going against us, he is a
better
Salakia, a better concubine. He's a concubine. You understand? That's what he is. You understand? Outside the I.S.U.P.K, there is no such thing as an alpha man. Why? Because all these men outside the I.S.U.P.K are either effeminate or they are ready to make compromise. You understand? As what they say outside in the world, they say happy wife, happy life. You understand? And just like that sister, I mean, that sister was saying, you know, Beyonce and Jay-Z, a power couple, you know, is two alphas together. What are you talking about? A power couple is two alphas together. You understand? Jay-Z, he can sleep, you know, with other women besides Beyonce, and Beyonce's still gonna keep him. But have Beyonce sleep with another man. Do you think Jay-Z's gonna keep Beyonce if she sleeps with another man? You understand? Beyonce, she knows how, you know, how to humble herself. How, you know, in her head, she's like, you know what, if my man wants another woman, I have to deal with him, you know, but I'm not gonna go out there and, you know, play this single lady like I'm advertising, you know, in my songs. That's just not gonna happen. You understand? There is no such thing as an alpha couple. There is no such thing. You understand? When there is an alpha, there is a beta. You understand? There is a hierarchy, you know, that you need to you need to go by. You understand? You can't. They cannot be two alphas. Just know this, right? From the words of a wise man, you understand? If a female wants to be my alpha, just understand this: my alpha is gonna, you know, alpha the ish out of your alpha. You're gonna turn into a beta. You understand? I'm just paraphrasing. You understand? Ain't no such thing as an alpha female. You understand? Like my gangster is more gangster than you. You understand?
If I may, priest,
go
officers about to go ahead, Salakia. I don't want to cut you up.
Right, I was gonna say you took the words out of my mouth. Salakia.
The words of a white man.
but if I may, even in the jungle, like, you understand, when you see two alpha lion, you understand, meet up, what happens? They fight with each other. I said two alpha lion or two alpha animals, they're not just gonna be like, you know what? Okay, you take the lead and I just follow, or I listen to you. What you understand? What not? If there's two alpha animals, they fight.
If I may, other one, right? The lion pride is not the best example because, you know, the lion pride could be ran by three male lions as their brothers. The best example would be a wolf pack where there's only an alpha wolf. As you know, there is no like three male wolves leading the wolf pack.
Okay, come. Let me get a gorilla, for example. Gorilla, you understand? The alpha gorilla, you understand, is gonna be the alpha gorilla. So if there's another gorilla that think is alpha, you understand, in the clan, nah, we're gonna fight for, you understand, for the throne. Understand?
Damn
That's
right.
how it is. We're fighting for the throne. So if in the house you have two alphas, somebody's gonna fight for the throne.
Salaki out of one.
Right, Salaki, if I may.
Okay.
Right. What both Baraka Allah and yourself, what Adiyar you're saying is Tawab, and what you're saying Baraka Allah is definitely Tawab. If I could, I just, because we are an interactive show, I asked someone to comment in the comments, and now we got a comment right from Crypto Dan. He said there's a reason no great country have two kings or two presidents.
Damn right.
Damn right. Give him a hand. Give him a hand.
And if I could, Salakia, if I could just add on or one up what Dan was saying, right? Dan, we appreciate the convo, right? Crypto Dan, keep commenting, we appreciate the views and the likes, right? Christ is an alpha. Christ is not going to, like a black man named Christ, he's going to come back and he's going to show people who think they're alphas that they're not alpha. It's not going to be Christ and a bunch of kings on the throne. Christ is King of Kings. He's going to be a king with a throne, holding the thrones of other kings.
Right.
Two alphas cannot be in a relationship, right? And what this sister is saying, right? Now, if you are on YouTube, I'm gonna share it one more time on live. I'm not going to. But if you're watching the stream, right, you can see I screenshotted it. The way the sister, you know what? I'm just gonna do it so you can see it. You just gotta look at the way the sister is sitting, right? And you can see that she has a masculine spirit. She's wearing, listen, you could dress up and look pretty. I know there was a style of wear that the sisters wore in the 90s, the hip-hop style. It wasn't really mad effeminate, that hip-hop style that sisters were. It wasn't feminine. It wasn't a feminine style. And the style that she's wearing like a masculine style of clothes, like the whole bucket hat. She's wearing... you can just see that this sister has a masculine spirit, and you can see how she's sitting. The way she's sitting like how a man would sit, with his legs open and his hands.
Good, nice.
That's like how most men sit, right? Especially men in the world.
Like Will Smith's wife.
You can just see it. Yeah, she's sitting like Jada. She's sitting like a Gabrielle Union.
Good night.
Right? And listen, they're saying two alphas.
Salaki out of one.
Man.
I have to say this, right? Sisters like these are hyenas. Why am I saying hyenas? Because hyenas have a matriarchal society where the woman is on top. The woman is actually the alpha. You understand? Sisters like these are hyenas. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
That's why the lions be messing them up. That's why the lions be messing up them hyenas, because a man leads the pack. Listen, he might send the sister. He's sending the lioness out there to go get the food, but he leading the pack, right? A good example of two alphas trying is Jada and Will. Salakia Crypto. Will is not an alpha.
Will is a beta.
Yeah, Will beta. He not alpha. But I kind of understand what you were trying to do right there.
Will is a hyena.
Adia, you had something?
Nah, go ahead. Salakia.
God.
Jada is a female hyena, and Will is a male hyena.
Will is the porter. You understand? The little dog, you understand? That woman is the monster, you understand? Is the werewolf in that relationship.
Yeah, nice.
It's Salakia, sir. Can I say something, Salakia, sir?
If I may, before I let that go, right?
Adia, one moment.
Go ahead.
Someone has feedback on the StreamYard. You might need to turn down the StreamYard in your background.
Am I to wild?
No, I'm still hearing it. I'm not sure who it is. 1 second. I'm gonna figure it out right now.
What about now? Am I too
Okay,
loud?
yeah, Barack. It was Barack. It was your StreamYard.
Okay, come. All right.
Barack,
I don't know
it
what's
was your
going
StreamYard
on.
because I had. Before Adiyar, before we go, Yaquataza, he did wanted to say something before.
Come, go ahead.
Yeah, so Salakia, sir, though. And then the thing is, though, like, you know what I'm saying, none personal against Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, or Dwayne Wade and
Good night.
Salakia and Gabriel Union, though. You know what I'm saying? Dwayne Wade's a great basketball player. Great. Who cares? Will Smith is a great actor. I like a lot of Will Smith movies, though, no doubt, though. But the thing is, though, like, it's sad that Jada Pinkett will humiliate Will Smith in public and belittle him, though. So that just clearly show you that they show that there's no alpha on him, and just like Gabriel Union would do the same thing, humiliate Dwayne Wade in public, and that just show you, you know what I'm saying, how like those two females weaken those brothers' spirits. Nowhere in hell they could be alpha males at all.
Hyenas.
Right, that's definitely heavy. Adiyar, you had something you wanted to say?
And also, what I want to say is, like, you understand, like, it is something that they've been teaching a woman to be, you understand, masculine ever since Willie Lynch. And now you have what? The passport bros. You understand? You see black, you understand, black, you understand, Judite, you understand, African Americans, you understand, even the Haitians and everything. What do they do now? They say, well, you know what? We're gonna go to the Philippines, try to get us a traditional woman, because women in America are not traditional. You understand? They're lying. You understand? They don't consider a man as, you understand, the breadwinner and deserving, you understand, like love and everything, respect. So they go in other, you understand, they try to go get the Chinese. They try to go get all these other races. But as a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man, you're gonna find out, you know what I'm saying, you receive the same thing that you have in America. You understand? It's
Right.
gonna be the same thing for you. You understand? What you need to do is be a man. You understand? Be a lion, be a gorilla. You understand? And that woman that you have, don't treat her like a gorilla. Of course, don't beat her up and everything, like, you understand, like a gorilla on her. But you understand, show her exactly that you are the leader. At the same time, you could show her the best love that you could show to somebody. You could, you understand, like those flowers, you could bring them every day home. You don't even have to go give those flowers every day. You could, you understand, send it. Now we have internet, we have messages and everything. You could send flowers every day on the messengers and everything. You don't have, you understand, to buy flowers and everything. They're free now. You understand? You could send a poem every day. One thing I learned about the Bible I.S.U.P.K is how, you understand, to have game. Solomon was one of the men that had game, you understand, for life. You understand? I remember when I was young, right? When I was young and I was courting women, you understand, I was reading the Bible since I was young. I used to use, you understand, Solomon, you understand, Proverbs, you understand, Cantic, you understand, Cantic, Song of Solomon, just to spit game. And women were like, you understand, the little sisters back in the day were like, I never heard that before. Right? That come from the Bible. You understand? I never used to tell them, but that come from the Bible. So do exactly like that. You understand? You could be a king. You could be a gorilla. You could have power. You could be alpha and still show love. You don't have to be better. You don't have to wear pinks. You understand? A lot of men, you understand, now they want to wear pink and everything. Well, you know what? I'm in touch with my feminine spirit. You're just homosexual, man. You're just happy. You know what I'm saying? For TikTok. You're just happy. You know what I'm saying? You're just a happy man, man. You understand? Meanwhile, you could be a man, a gorilla. You understand? You could be strong and alpha and still show that woman love, the best love that she could ever receive.
Don't be a hyena.
Right. That's really what you're saying, because that basically is
Salakia, when you're breaking up on the StreamYard.
Salakia, what about now? Any better?
Okay, it sounds better now.
All right, so what that lady is basically describing, right? I have another clip, right? And it's basically going to show the hypocrisy of what the hell she's saying, right? Because in one hand, she's making alpha sound like it's a good thing. On the other hand, she's going to totally backtrack, and I'm going to cue this clip up in a second, right? But what this lady is talking about is the breakdown of a family house, right? Because science tells you that there is negative and positive. You need both. Right. You have hot, you have cold, you have up, you have down, you have alive, you have unalive, right? If you have an alpha's counterpart is a beta, right? Yeah. Two alphas. Okay, we'll put it like this, right? There's something called fighter fish, right? All right. And I know we're using a lot of animal kingdom references, but it's just nature, right? I'll give you two examples, right? There's fighter fish. You can't put two fighter fish in the same habitat because you have two alpha fighter fish and they're going to fight. A fighter fish is species stays alive because one of the fish is a beta, meaning the female sometimes is the beta, where it's gonna have to submit to the alpha fighter fish, which is the male, so they could procreate. Right? This is the same thing within humans. A woman is going to have to submit to a man if she wants a happy home. If you want a happy and conducive, successful family, there's going to be someone who says yes and someone who has to say no. There's going to be someone who says may I and someone who gives permission or denies permission. Right? You can't have a woman. It's like, okay, I'll give you an example. Christmas is coming up and a man decides, listen, we don't need to buy a Christmas tree. We don't need to buy Christmas lights. We don't need to buy a Christmas turkey. We don't need to buy Christmas presents. In fact, we don't need to celebrate Christmas at all, right? And he explains that to his woman and says, this is going to make our lives longer, right? Because the Lord is going to be happy with us. And it's also going to save us $1,000 because it's going to be money that we didn't waste. If he's the alpha, he's making that decision because he's the alpha. He's the leader, right? There's leaders and there's followers, right? As a woman who follows a man, she's supposed to say Khan Adawan Khan.
Right. Damn right.
If she is an alpha, if she is some slur in the world who thinks she is better than her man and she knows better, she's going to fight that man. She's going to fight that man, and they're going to be $1,000 short come January 1st when rent is due, right? Because they decided to spend it on Christmas presents, right? She's also, because she's an alpha, she's going to fight that man out of the house. That man is going to totally leave that house.
Karawakan.
Right? Salakia. I'm checking these comments. Barack, I didn't even know that. The name of the species of the fish is called beta. Salakia.
Karawakan. I mean, Salakia, the one. I was going to bring this up real quick, right? Those fighting fish, right? The male is always the alpha, even the, you understand, and the female always has to be the beta. Understand? No pun intended, because we know what that species is. But even in the animal kingdom, right? In most of the species, the male is always the alpha. You understand? When you look at dogs, the male is the leader of the pack, is the alpha. You're not going to see a pack of dogs, wild dogs, domesticated dogs, where the female is the alpha. You understand? Just like Afsariar brought out with the gorillas, you understand? The male is the alpha. Even among the lions, even if you have more than one male lion leading the pride, those males could be two, you understand, with 10 females, but the females are not going to go against the male to see who is the alpha and who is the beta. The male is always the alpha. You understand? That's what you understand. And sisters always want to bring out the fact that, well, the lionesses are providing, whatever the case is. The lionesses are the providers. Listen, you understand? A male lion could hunt without no lioness. You understand? But the lionesses need a male lion to be able to protect the pride. You understand? A male is always needed. You understand? Females cannot just,
Right.
group themselves together and, be able to prosper without any male. That doesn't happen. Even in nature, a male is needed. You understand? The father figure is always needed. You understand? That's like, that is basically the family structure. You understand? The male is like, he's the one who's, he's like, he is the defender. He is the gate. You understand? He is the sword and the shield of the family. You understand? And that's what females need to understand. They cannot be two alphas. You understand? Because when you look at it, really, two alphas is two males going at it against each other when they butt heads. So what, you're trying to tell me that you're trying to be, just like Officer Zabaji brought out, that sister, she has a masculine demeanor. You cannot be masculine and expect the man to let you be masculine when he's the one who's supposed to be masculine naturally. You understand? Unless you want... Good night. I was going to say... TikTok, you're pissing me off.
Let me help you out real quick. Or Adiyar, you have something?
No, go ahead, Preacher. Go ahead.
Barack, what I was going to say, right, is there two alphas in the same vicinity never works. Two alphas, I'm gonna break this down to you, right? Some of y'all might not know this, right? Jail is full of alpha males.
Right.
Full of males who are prospectively alpha males. They just happen to have committed crimes, and due to the oppressor being the devil the Bible speaks of, we got a lot of alpha male Black and Hispanic and Native Americans in jail, right? Here's something that you don't know. Two alpha males cannot exist on the same range, right? Or the same pod or the same house. They're going to fight for dominance, right? And one is going to eventually submit, right? So if two alpha men are going to fight, what is an alpha woman and an alpha man bound to do? They're going to clash. They're going to fight. They're going to destroy their home. And there's not going to be any love there because it's constant bickering. It's a man telling his woman duck, and she's not listening. And someone's throwing a wrench, and now she's getting hit in the head with a wrench because she didn't want to listen to an alpha male. She thought she was the alpha. She said, "I'm an alpha. I don't have to ping." And he looking at it like I told you, duck. Hey, that's the best analogy I could give to you. Right? The sister says, "Khan, territorial like dogs." Right? We got a sister, S. Rock. She said, "Alphas are territorial like dogs." Right? Is definitely true. Alpha males are territorial. To fight a alpha male, alpha female. First off, there's no such thing as a alpha female. We're just gonna dispel that first, right? There's no such thing as an alpha female. There's a female who thinks she's as bad as a man. You know what I like to do? For all women, okay, I'm gonna give you some game because I got a few shards of game, right? I can help you out just a little, right? When that sister is telling you she's a alpha male, go get a fresh jar of pickles and hand it to her and say, "Because you're an alpha male, can you get me one of the pickles out of the jar?" And just sit back. Just sit back and watch. And wait.
Salakia,
She's
one.
going to struggle to open that jar. Come on.
Alpha females, right? Go and deal with the spiders in the house.
Good night. Listen, the spider, the mouse. Tell her alpha female there's a mouse behind her.
And Salakia Akim, like there's a lot of women that does, you understand, that live witch nowadays, you understand? They might think they are for females and everything, but just like y'all say, go deal with the mouse, go deal with the spider. These women that have muscle, like more, you understand, build up, you understand, more muscle than me or more muscle than us, you understand? Tell them to go deal with that spider.
Go deal with the snakes in the grass.
It's gone. They start yelling like, you understand, they're regular women. Understand? They're gonna talk to you with that rough voice. Hey, what's up, man? You understand? When that spider come, you understand? When that mouse come, well, you know what? That's another ball game. Now you have the high pitched voice. You understand? Now you have the high pitched voice and everything.
Salakia, Adiyar. That pickle jar is undefeated. Listen, I don't care how it is. That pickle jar is undefeated. Listen,
Damn
I
right.
need this jam open. Open this this jar of strawberry jam, Salakia.
Come, but priest, you have them muscle women nowadays, man. You understand? They go to the gym and everything, man.
That's no sweat out of one. That's no sweat because let those muscles deal with a mouse or a roach.
That's what I'm saying.
Or a spider.
God, that's what I'm
Good
saying.
night. Salakia out of one.
sir, a centipede.
A centipede. Salakia, I'm not even gonna go with a centipede, dog. Listen, I know the sister across the street. She's afraid of butterflies. Good night.
So
not the butterfly.
I gotta understand. A lot of women go to the gym right nowadays. You understand? They go to the gym and they built and you understand they're strong. They have strong hands. Yeah, they have that thing, the calluses in their hands. You understand? They have the calluses in there. They could grab that jar.
That's La'atawab.
Good night.
That's not what we want. That's not what we want. You understand? Good.
There's a secret.
Go ahead.
Salakia, if I may.
That's not what we want. But you understand? There's a lot of women that's what they do right nowadays. They go to the gym, they get strong, and they think, you understand, they're just like a man. You understand? That's why they make videos, you understand, even in the gym, they lift the weights and everything, you understand, so on and so on. But you understand, when that spider come and everything, you understand, they're gonna greet you, you understand? In the gym, they're gonna greet you with that, hey, what's up, boy? What's up? What's going on, man?
Good night.
You understand? Now that item up with the done group. You understand? But when that spider come, when that, you understand, that centipede, when that, you understand, that mouse come, well, that's another voice. You understand? You'll be like, what the hell, man? What happened to you, man? You understand?
What happened to your voice?
Yeah, come. You understand? So that's proof. You understand that you have a role to, you understand, in this life. Just like men have a role, you have a role. Like in my slavery, right?
Adia, you're on mute on TikTok.
Yeah, come. No, okay, come. I'm Tawab right now.
Yeah, you're Tawab.
Okay, come. I was talking to a sister, you understand, my slavery, and then she was like, well, whatever is good for the man is good for the woman. We could, you understand, and we could do the same thing and everything. Well, you know what they did? You know what they did at my slavery? They made her do the same work that the man was doing. And she was saying, well, you know what? She wasn't having it. She was like, this is not the job of a woman. This is not the job of a man. You understand? Well, wait a minute. Didn't you tell me, you understand, like you could do what a man could do, and what is good for a man is good for you? Well, this job is not for women. They should think about women. Well, you know what? Shut the F up. Shut the F up and do what your man say and follow your man.
Salakia out of one. Instead of picking up weights to prove that you could lift as much as a man, or more, listen, you know what you can lift up? Lift up a plate, some slices of bread, you understand, some lettuce, some turkey slices, beef, lamb, whatever, you understand, some condiments, and lift up that and make me a sandwich. I mean, you understand? Lift up the broom and the dustpan. You understand? Lift up those clothes, put them in the washer and in the washer, then the dryer. Then you understand? Lift up that. Don't start lifting up weight, then lift up your voice. You understand? Because even if I don't lift up my voice, I'm still gonna sound louder and more masculine than you will ever be. So I don't see how like why would you want to compete with us? I don't understand. You want to compete with us, but then you're gonna complain about those men acting like women competing against you in the sports.
Right.
Like, how does that even make sense?
Right.
You understand? Like, listen, humble yourself before we humble you.
So, Salakia, sir, can I say this? I want to put this out, though. And here go the thing, though. When I like, before I came into the truth, right? I was in college, ECC and Buck State, right? I graduated from both, though. And then, like, sometimes when I speak, though, I know I got a deep voice, though, but sometimes, like, my voice be so deep and intimidated, though, like, some of the female professors or female students told me to, like, kind of, like, my tone of voice kind of like, can I like say it in a better tone? Because like it scares them. It scares them. So that tell you something.
So you sound too rough.
It scares them. I don't play games. We don't play games. One West I.S.U.P.K don't play games, but we conduct ourselves in a professional manner.
Yeah, quarters are lower your tone, man. It sounds too loud.
I'm too loud already?
They
I told you, my voice is intimidating. But once again, though, like
if I could, Quatazat, they were not afraid of your baritone voice. They were flirting with you, right? They were letting you know they like an alpha male with a deep voice.
Right.
That's what they were doing.
Hey, we come from the streets though, but we know how to conduct ourselves because of Commander Johnny Hanna.
Right.
Damn right.
And Salaki, we the real priests and prophets of the I.S.U.P.K of the Lord, according to the Lord. We the real priests and prophets of the I.S.U.P.K according to the Lord. Straight up.
Right.
So Salaki, and another thing though, we don't give a damn how much money a sister makes. If she make a couple $100,000, most high in Christ though. But at the end of the day, get in your place and get in order. We don't give a damn about none of that.
Hey,
we fight in the front lines. We put our life in the line, not you. We love our sister.
If I may, right? Just like your Quatza just said, we don't give a damn if you make more money than me because those 6 figures ain't gonna open that pickle jar. Those 6 figures ain't gonna get rid of the mouses and the roaches in the house. You understand? I mean, hey, Salakia. Listen.
If I could, Akim, right? We are definitely over the time. I got one last thing that I want to play before we wrap it up. Right? There is a secret to the pickle jar joke, but I'm gonna save it for off air. Right? I'm gonna let y'all know the joke after and why these ladies, no matter how much they open or lift up weights, right? They're not going to be able to open the pickle jar. And just go watch the tape of that Edomite woman. She was at the gym squatting, thinking she's going to gain muscles. And when that rack was on her shoulders and she squatted too deep, she still needed an alpha male to help her with that rack, right? But I'm going to play a video right quick because we are definitely over the time. I appreciate everyone watching, right? Baba Kasha, please tap the screen. Hold your point for a second. Tap the screen, share the video, right, on all the platforms so this truth can go out. This is the most entertaining podcast in Canada. No video cast or podcast or stream in Canada is better than this, and you should be watching. Share throughout it. Brock, you had something?
Because those alpha females want to be alpha because they want to be equal to the males or whatever the case is. Well, stop expecting us to open doors for you, car doors, hold the doors. You understand? Whatever the case is, stop expecting anything from a man. If you want to be equal, you understand? Start doing it for yourselves, right?
Good night. Listen, all you sisters, just get in the UPK. That's what you
damn
need
right.
to do. Right. If you're an alpha woman, get in the UPK. We'll fix you.
Stop trying to be a hyena.
Right. All right. I'm gonna play this tape right quick. Right. This is a little clip because this is basically we're wrapping up, and I want to show you the contradiction in what this woman is on. So let me get it right, Baba Kasha. Let me get right with you in a moment. Right. Salakia. Gotta fix this up.
Just like Officer Baja said, fix up. That's what you got to do. You understand? Ain't no such thing as an alpha female. Ain't no such thing as a. It's like you're playing it right now on TikTok. It doesn't. I don't hear it on the StreamYard.
Is that what I said?
Are you mad?
No,
Okay,
it's not what I said though. You just put words in my mouth.
I just made a little smirk and then you mad. What are you, Wonder Woman?
Words in my mouth. I never said I'm an woman.
In general, because we
Salakia is breaking up on the StreamYard.
Alpha woman. What are you?
I'm an alpha woman.
This new age world.
You're muted on the StreamYard.
I just asked you.
Listen,
Alpha Woman, Wonder Woman,
Don't put
Alpha
words in my
Woman.
mouth.
On StreamYard.
Hey, Salak Yadawan. The sister, Sandra Ross, said it's very choppy on the StreamYard. Even I hear it is breaking up. It's La Tawab.
Okay, 1 second. Let me see something.
And real quick, shout out my brethren, Ayara Ban Ban Yamian, in the TikTok chat. You understand?
I'm not really concerned about you, young lady.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna play it one more time. Let me know how it is.
Kawakan.
I want to hear it. What's funny? I just feel like you haven't had a guest like this before, and you're just astonished. I don't know.
I'm not worried concerned
Sounds
about
to
that.
I just said you were.
Are you
Is that what I said?
Are you?
No. Is that what I said? The words in my-
Okay, it's choppy again, Adawan.
Listen, and talking. Alpha Woman. What are you?
Good
It was
night.
choppy again.
Kawakan, it was choppy again.
I gotta get this off. 1 second.
The Alpha Woman took over the network.
I just made a little smirk, and then you mad.
I just asked you.
Listen, and talking. Alpha Woman. What are you, Wonder Woman?
Don't put words in my
Alpha
mouth. I never said I'm an alpha woman.
All right, did y'all hear what she said? Right, this brother, he was talking to her, and she's getting emotional, right? And this is the one we said she has a masculine spirit on her, right? He said, "Why are you mad, alpha woman?" And she was offended. She said, "Don't put words in my mouth. I never said I'm an alpha woman." This is the sister that's been leading the alpha woman argument. The whole argument, the whole clip, the whole tape, right? Okay, this is the daily wrap-up crew, right? It's a podcast that I watch. I took a piece of it's for educational purposes, right? We're using a piece of their clip, right? This woman, she's been leading the whole argument about alpha women and how two alphas could be in a relationship. And when the brother said, "You're being aggressive, alpha woman," she was offended. She said, "Don't call me an alpha woman." Barack, what is going on?
Salak, she said, "I'm not a hyena. I'm a submissive lioness."
Yeah. But one thing we gotta understand, like a lot of women that goes on these podcasts, they understand that make music, you understand what like Beyonce, like all the single ladies. Meanwhile, she's married.
Right.
Like just like you understand, like a Ciara that
city
was
girls.
saying, you understand? Exactly.
The city girls. Salakia. Good night.
Single ladies, you understand? Say single. I don't need a man. Most of
Salakia, the one. Don't forget. What's her name? Cardi B talking about, "I don't cook, I don't clean, but I still have a ring." Offset have it on camera, cooking and cleaning.
Matter of fact, let me get this to y'all. What the other girl name, you understand? That's with the guy Blue.
Christian Rock.
Christian Rock. The other day, Blue showed exactly, you understand, all the laundry on the floor. She wasn't doing the laundry. You know what she did? Anybody, you know what I'm saying? If there's women
She got up and did it.
She does a lot.
Right. You know what I'm saying? She got up and did it. Even though you understand that dude exposed it, like, look at how dirty she is. You understand, with a dirty laundry on the floor. She's not cleaning. She's not, you know what I'm saying? You end up doing it. You understand, the laundry. She came back home and did the laundry, man. Because she knows, you understand, she has to be submissive. She knows if she wants to keep that man, she loves that man, she has to play the role of the woman. Meanwhile, they teach you to play the role of the man. And what happens in your relationship? Well, you know what? I don't need no man. We're still single with them cat.
Salakia, just to add on what you were saying, with Christian Rock and Blueface, they're always trying to advertise Christian Rock on being, doing what the hell she wants to do, whatever the case is, not witnessing, like, if it wasn't for Blueface posting that, yeah, she still did the laundry regardless, you understand, they would have advertised Christian Rock as being, an alpha with another alpha, or, Cardi B being an alpha with another alpha. By the end of the day, Cardi B still cooks and clean. Like, you know, like, you know, she's lying just like all the rappers lying about you, just like Young Jeezy lying about, you know, selling dime pieces. She's lying about, you know, not cooking and cleaning and still having a ring.
The alpha woman for now, you understand? Just like Cardi B, you understand? There's a video of her. She don't cook. She's saying I don't cook and I don't clean. Meanwhile, there's a video of her, you understand, sweeping the room and everything.
Right.
Because they know they have to be better. They know they have to just be women to keep that man if they really love that man. They know they have to be a certain way. But you know what? You understand? Just like you understand, sex sells. You understand what they talk about sells. That's what
Salaki out of
the
one.
radio. You understand?
Real quick out of one, right? Even Cardi B, you know, being a Simeonite sister, a Dominican sister, she said that's not how we're raised in DR. Understand? We're raised to be submissive women in Dominican Republic. We're not raised to be no so-called alpha women. You understand? So, you know, Cardi B herself, like, you know, she knows she's just making that type of music for the money. She even admitted herself, like, she doesn't even like the music she does, but she has to do it for money. By the end of the day, she knows she has to be submissive. And that's how she was raised in the first place as a Dominican woman. Dominican women are submissive. They're not made, you know, to be alpha women. Salakia. Salakia, you're on mute on StreamYard, out of one.
No, I just see that.
I want to say something too as well. I appreciate.
Come on, you got this. I'm gonna give it to you right now. Right? Give me one moment. The music that Cardi B raps, Offset writes. Right? Most of these women, what you're hearing is the hypocrisy of what is being taught to our women. They're saying these things on the internet because it's going to generate followers, not because they believe it. So this last clip that she just said, in 2 seconds, she said she doesn't believe it. When the brother said, okay, alpha woman, what are you, superwoman? She said, don't put words in my mouth. I never said I'm an alpha woman. She don't believe in alpha woman, or she would have stood on it. In the UPK, we stand on it. Our sisters stand on what they believe in. They call our sisters pitneys, and the sisters turn around and say, listen, I got a man. I got a husband and he loves me, and they stand strong on it. Your quarters on.
Oh, Salakia, sir, and here's some heavy that I said earlier though. A submissive female lioness, which is submissive to a male lion, can beat a alpha female hyena, and that just show you, like, if a female lion that's submissive and can beat a female hyena in a one-on-one fight, though, that just show you, sir. Get what I'm saying, sir?
Khan, that's definitely heavy, right?
Right. A female submissive lioness could beat a female loudmouth hyena in a one-on-one battle. Right, because usually a lioness could beat a hyena in a one-on-one battle. You see what I'm saying? But a female lioness knows her place when it comes to the alpha male lion. She knows her place. Right.
Salaki out of one. That's
if
crazy.
I could, what you're saying is a woman in her femininity is always going to be a alpha woman at everything. At keeping a man, at keeping a relationship. She most likely has them hands too. Don't sleep on a sister in her femininity. She got them hands, and if she doesn't have them hands, a roughneck brother that will destroy your whole world for messing with his prized possession, for what he claims is his, for what he loves. Right. So with that said, I'm going to. Oh, Barack, you had something you wanted to add?
Salaki out of one. I just did. You just did what I did earlier. You understand? You took the words out of my mouth. I was gonna say the exact same thing, but just to add on that, you know, listen. When it comes, you know, a lioness, a submissive woman, understand, will always beat the hell out of a hyena, a so-called alpha female, you understand? And if she can't, I mean, the man is always there to put that so-called alpha female in place, you understand? Because when the lioness cannot handle the hyenas, it takes one lion to deal with 4 or 5 hyenas. Shalom.
Right. I saw. All right. So with that said, we're going to bring an end to the Rise 1969. China Mac is racist and alpha.
Salaki, I want real quick. One more thing, you understand? Tune in tomorrow to La Pura Neta every Monday night at 9 p.m. Pacific time. You understand? Tune in tomorrow to La Pura Neta podcast every Monday night, 9 p.m. Pacific time. Salaki,
and not to forget also, you understand, we also have in French, le Nouveau Testament est pour les Israélites, you understand, de 5h p.m. at 6h p.m. The New Testament is for the Israelite from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. This is a ministry that we do, you understand, like this. We could show you that the New Testament is only for the new, you understand, for the 12 tribe of Israel, so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Indian, you understand?
No sweat. So once again, this is I.S.U.P.K. Canada. The Rise 1969 will be back again. Salakia, listen, we might not even be back next Sunday. What's going on next Sunday?
We'll be back next Sunday.
No. Next Sunday might be.
It's a Sunday after that.
We talk. Yeah, it's a Sunday after that. We two have next Sunday. Sunday after that, you understand, we got Passover. Sunday after that on Saturday. But next Sunday next Sunday, which will be the 26th, will be to Wab. Don't forget that the Passover is you understand, on the 1st of April. You understand, and that's in North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina. If you could make it there, it is a
Shalom Israel. And when I mean Israel, Shalom Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April.
You understand?
Shalom Israel. And when I mean Israel, I'm talking about the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. The Lord's 54th annual Passover is going down again this year, sundown, April 1st at 500 South Salisbury Street in Raleigh, North Carolina at the